Hi, I'm Olivia Clarke. I'm the editor of the Chicago Daily Law Bulletin and Chicago Lawyer Magazine, and we're here today with the Inside Out columnists Tina Martini and David Susler, and we're here to talk a little bit about diversity. So I guess to start, why is diversity such a hot button topic? Why is it so important to law firms?
Diversity is really important because it's talking about being reflective of the real world. And for example, my law firm is a global law firm and we have global clients, and some people characterize it as the right thing to do, some people characterize it from more of an economic perspective. But at the end of the day, it's what the world is about. The world is diverse, and so different work environments such as the law firm should also be diverse.
If you've got everybody that is in the room, if everybody's from the same background, then I think you kind of lose the ability to have to come up with unique and creative and different solutions for problems that you can better achieve with diversity.
And the importance of diversity is there, but it's not always easy to get that diversity. How do you reach diversity? How do you bring a diverse team together?
Improving diversity can be really tough. It's about constantly raising the consciousness and awareness of what diversity means within the context of an organization. I think what happens is sometimes when people talk about diversity, it isn't a constant conversation. It's one of those things that's talked about, once or twice a year. For example, when a law firm is doing recruiting on campus and is talking about the number of people that they're hiring.
Along the lines of that conversation, that how do you start the conversation, how do you have the conversation? There's some people out there who would say, well, diversity, you have to have diversity because that's just the way it should be. But others would say, well, it's an economic necessity in today's world. And there is definitely an economic reason for having diversity. And if that's the way that you can get the conversation started in your company to appeal to the economic basis of it, then that's what you should do to get the conversation started within your law firm or within your business organization. There's actually two important quotes that I thought about that I wanted to mention that I think really capture the essence of the economic discussion about diversity. And one is that the color of diversity is green, which means it's good for business and it's good for the bottom line. The second is that a rising tide floats all boats. Diversity is not a fad and it's not a competition. Everybody wins with diversity.
If there are some partners who haven't bought into this idea, who aren't against diversity but don't really see the benefits of it, how do you get them on board?
I think a lot of it is just sitting down with them and discussing and trying to figure out where they're coming from. At the end of the day, it's a business enterprise, and so if they don't really respond to the moral reasons why diversity is important, that it's the right thing to do. If for some reason that doesn't appeal to them, I think explaining to them that companies and clients are increasingly requiring this and requesting it of their outside counsel because it enhances the job performance, maximizes understanding of business initiatives and all that stuff that we discussed a few minutes ago. I think when you explain it to them from a business standpoint and say more revenue in the door if we really satisfy clients not only by achieving a certain level of diversity but by enhancing our performance as a result, I think that argument will really appeal to people if the moral one doesn't, because it means more money for them as partners at the end of the day.
We're a business, so we need to have the diversity of thought and background and experiences to come up with the best solutions which are best for our business. 10 years ago, more than 10 years ago, some of the leading company GCs issued the call to action requiring their law firms to diversify. And it's a bit sobering to me that more than 10 years down the road, we're still having to have this conversation, but we do need to have the conversation.
Well, thank you both very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.